So, what's been going on? Goose, I enjoyed your, channeling of Rick Astley. I was amused. Cooney was not, and that amused me. Sorry, Cooney. I love you, I promise. But you're funny. You guys are both lunatics. Like, I mean that generally in the best way possible, but, like, you're both lunatics. Love you! But Goose, why do you want to change your middle name? Like, isn't it your dad's first name? Isn't that, like, rude to want to change it? I don't know, maybe that's just me. So, this week, I have dailied. On Monday, I was co-writing an article, sort of, like I was helping this new staffer, and I ended up talking to the deputy managing editor of the Wall Street Journal and one of the Virginia Supreme Court justices, but we didn't write an article. But then she wrote it the next day, and I didn't get credit even though I did, like, half the interview. So that was slightly annoying, but, like, got to talk to the deputy managing editor of the Wall Street Journal and a Supreme Court justice. So, like, that is intense. And it was exciting. And then yesterday, I wrote 2 articles. 4 entire people called me back. That never happened. Except today, one of them ran. And it was my first article that wasn't front page. That was kind of sad. But, you know, also bad. Yeah. Oh, I wanted to tell you guys about my French class today. Because, we were talking, so we have to do these, like, presentations, and I'm doing my presentation next week, and I don't want to do it. But I have to. But anyway, so today the presentation was about la haute couture et le style Paris, so like Parisian style and high fashion. And so we were talking about fashion and like difference between French and American fashion and blah 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 blah. So we were talking about Frenchmen wearing capris, and I was like, and someone was like, oh, les Américains ne portent pas des trois quarts, c'est ce qu'on s'appelle. And I was like, yeah, American men don't wear capris, unless there's Zac Efron in High School Musical 2, but I didn't say that. But I did when my professor was like, she's from France, and she was explaining, like, the thing that weirded her out the most about American fashion or style or whatever, was people dressing completely weather inappropriately. She's like, when it's below 10 degrees Celsius, you should not be wearing flip-flops. And I was like, I have this friend who goes to school in Tacoma where it snows, and she likes to wear flip-flops while it snows. I mean, I know you don't wear flip-flops while there's snow on, like, the pass, but, like, you're crazy. We're all crazy. Everyone's crazy. And generally in good ways. At least in the birdsonaperch universe. I enjoy our insanity. I had a question. It wasn't a very good question, but I'll ask it anyway, because, you know, like, in basic Spanish, you talk a lot about where you're from. That's not true, like, once. But I've been thinking about California, because a girl in my hall can't swim, and I was like, how can you grow up to be 18 and not learn how to swim? And then I was like, wait, I guess I had to learn how to swim because I have a pool in my backyard. And then I was like, that is really stereotypically Californian. So my question is, like, and this is probably kind of more relevant in a sense if you're going to school out of state, but, like, what would you say is the most stereotypically Californian thing about you? Yeah, I'm really glad to be Californian, except not when certain election results come in. But in general, I'm very glad to be okay, well, most of you aren't in NorCal, but if you end up being in NorCal February 16th or 17th, I'm not sure, sometime in the next week, there are going to be all these protests for Prop 8, so not to, like, whoa, I can't think of the word, alienate you, Brent, but, Prop 8 protests are happening, and you guys are in California, so you don't need to protest in NorCal. What am I smoking? Yeah, anyway, so, be politically active. Do it. Oh! Brent, you're, that barber person who commented on your video. Hi, if you're watching this. I was impressed that you attracted intelligent YouTubers, because those are rare. So, good job. I'll talk to you guys later, and hopefully my camera won't die. Love you!